Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, my students? Perhaps this is our second chance of having a course. Actually, 1 year ago, we have learned about literature in your first semester, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I hope you are all in a very good condition. For the very first time, I'm going to say sorry because I cannot hold the Google Meet or a Zoom meeting since I have something to do in the this Friday. I hope next week we can meet virtually. Okay, for this first session, I am going to deliver you the general things about English for specific purposes. Okay, and I'm going to show you a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, let me share. Wait. Okay, I hope you can see what is that? I hope you can see the slide. Well, our course title is English for specific purpose, and me, Nida Amalia Asikin, as the lecturer, will guide you for about one semester to learn about DSP. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to discuss first is about the course requirement. Since we cannot meet virtually, so there is no two ways of communication. So I will tell you the rule first, and if you have something to ask, I'll give you 1 week to give me a suggestion or something related to the course requirement. The first thing that you have to do when you enter the course, you have to make sure that your eClass account is active. Since this course will be 100% online, so I do use eClass for teaching and learning process. And the second thing that you need to check your classroom activity regularly to eClass. It means that you don't have to wait my notification, for example, through WhatsApp group, or you ask me privately, Miss, if is there any Google Meet or is there any assignment? You just check your eClass account regularly, and I will make sure that all the assignment, all the activity will be posted in eClass. But the notification will be sent through your WhatsApp group, for example, or to your leader's number if there is no activity in that week. Ya, jadi jika tidak ada pemberitahuan dari saya pun, you need to check your ikhlas. Jadi itu mah sudah harus otomatis cek ikhlasnya. Namun jika memang saya tidak bisa melakukan kegiatan perkuliahan apapun, perkuliahan online apapun, misalnya tidak akan memberi tugas, tidak ada virtual meeting, I will give the information before. If there is no WhatsApp group, I will tell your classroom leader. Ya, itu jadi check your iClass account is a must. Itu. And the next requirements that you only submit your assignment or quiz or anything related to the course to iClass. I mean, there is no late submission through another media. For example, Miss, saya tidak bisa mengerjakan tugas karena alasan tertentu sehingga punten saya kirim via WA atau via email. No, I will not accept those kind of tolerance karena resiko tugas tercecernya itu besar dan nanti ujung-ujungnya Anda juga yang protes, Anda juga yang terlambat mengumpulkan tugas. So for the submission of the assignment, I will accept or I will check only from the class. It means that I will try to extend the time of submission. For example, of for the assignment that should be should be submitted at 8. Yeah, the latest submission will be at 8 p.m. For example, it based on the level uh, the level of the assignment itself. Okay, that's about the course requirement. If you have suggestion, you can ask me privately. Okay, next. Since we are still in the pandemic situation, so the teaching and learning process will be conducted 100% online. The first thing, perhaps I will give you a video, or you will make a video related to the course it based on the course demand. And the second method will be virtual meeting to Google Meet or Zoom. And the next, I will give you a written material in the form of PDF, Word, or PowerPoint presentation, and it will be posted in e-class, of course. And the last, we will have you will have an assignment that you have to fulfill, or you have to do the quiz, yeah, and it will be notified to you before the assignment or the quiz is conducted. So these four kind of method will be used in our classroom. Okay, so I will make sure that for the virtual meeting especially, it will not be conducted every week. And then, nah, now I'm going to discuss or to tell you a general explanation about English for specific purpose. Okay, actually there are two main purposes of is ESP. The first one is to facilitate the student with a certain proficiency level for a situation where the language is going to be used. It has target needs in this um, in this purpose. I I want you to be able to decide what kind of English that you are going to use when for the specific purpose. Yeah, since we need different kind of English for vocabulary, for example, to teach different kind of situation, or to face different kind of situation. If we stand for the technical students, so we use the technical term. If we stand for the business students, we are going to use the business term, and so on and so forth. And of course, since we have to be able to use English for different situation, different English for different situation. So I hope you can maximize, or I can maximize your ability to do the needs analysis. Yeah, for the need analysis will be explained later. Nah, this is the need analysis process. To be able to understand what the students need, if we are going to teach the students with different needs, we need to analyze what actually they need. Yeah. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to collect the data related to the students that we are going to teach, and then uh, actually, this analysis process will be conducted before you teach the students. So after analyzing the data, we have to know when the data will when the data should be collected. Yeah, of course, if we will teach next week, so before the next week, we we have to collect the data, and the data uh, should be gathered before the next week, and then we have to know by whom it should be collected, through what mean it should be collected, and for what purpose the data is. So when you teach the students with different needs, make sure that you have understand this kind of need analysis process. So this purpose can help you to give the best treatment for your students. Yeah, that's the purpose of need analysis. Okay. Actually, in one semester, we are we are going to learn about four things. The first thing, we are going to understand the concept of ESP. I hope we can utilize what ESP is and what does ESP for, what is it for, and the goal of ESP. And the third material is about the significance of ESP, and the last one, the step of how to implement the ESP itself. Okay, that's about the general things of ESP. So for your warming up, I want you to read many sources and summarize your understanding about the ESP. And next week, perhaps if there is a chance, we will have a virtual meeting and I will ask you directly what is your understanding about ESP after you read a lot of sources. So starting from now on, improve your reading time and put the ESP uh, course as your reading space. I mean, you have to force yourself to read as much as possible about the concept of ESP to improve your understanding about the ESP. Okay, so next week I will ask you what is your understanding about the ESP. So it will make us easier to start the real meeting of a ESP course. Okay, this is the end of my presentation for this first meeting. Okay, once again, uh, I will not stop reminding you that you have to keep your body healthy, and of course you have to wash your hands regularly since the pandemic is still exists, and you don't have to go outside if it is not necessary, and don't forget to wear mask if you must go outside. Okay, well, that's actually our first meeting. I hope in next week we can share more about the concept of VSP, and I do need your suggestion if you have something to ask or you want to suggest something. Once again, I want to emphasize that I will not accept the assignment through another media like WhatsApp group or email or direct message, but I do accept your suggestion. It can be a two group or Wapli, so do not hesitate to ask me directly about suggestion or about your confusion of the material. Okay. Um, so and then that's all. Thank you. See you next week. Insya Allah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.